Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a post here for you and I thought I'd share it with you as it's a very interesting post, and just shows you how much like Hedera are just in the forefront when it comes to this metric. And to me it really does speak volumes. So let me get to it. We have Diffused Labs here, and they say Hedera has more core developers than BNB, Base and Solana combined. Over the past 3 years, Hedera has seen a 3.5x increase in core developers, while Solana has experienced a slight decrease. As more Web2 companies transition to blockchain, it will be interesting to see which chain continues to grow, as I believe this is an important metric for sustainability. Yeah, I absolutely agree completely. So why do I think that this is, such a great metric to look at? Well, the more developers you've got utilizing the hashgraph or, the blockchain, whatever it is that you're utilizing, it obviously means it's being utilized, right? That's what's going to keep it going. Like, for example, yes, if you stop developing on a network, then it's still going to be there, right? But if there's no one really developing on it, then it's pretty much a dead chain. Like, it's people developing on it and using it, which is what's obviously going to give it longevity in terms of, people wanting to invest in it and continue to utilize it, right? So this is a very important metric. And look, I will say this, like at the moment, Ethereum is leading the pack. That's really not to be surprising at all, to be honest with you, because we all know that Ethereum has first mover advantage. And to be quite honest with you, after seeing the whole thing with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, and we've got ETHgate now, they pretty much paid to play. So, they really paid for their position to be where they are. So it's clearly just worked out for them. Now, yes, okay, you've got, the lawsuit coming up against Ethereum potentially in regards to the staking and stuff like that. But this is the thing. That only happened because there was a new change in leadership, right? Gary Gensler came in. So when this was all happening originally, like the lawsuit came out, it was Jay Clayton who was in office and Bill Henman. They wasn't there after that when Gary Gensler took over. So this isn't a thing where, oh yeah, the SEC were honest all along. No, all that happened is there was a change of leadership, and this change of leadership weren't willing to continue with, the pass that they had, but they also did give them like a second free pass anyway. So there was one lawsuit that I was looking at with them where they was investigating to see if Ethereum was like going to be potentially like a security, and they actually came back and said, oh no, we're not looking at ETH as a security anymore, we're not going to investigate them anymore. Now the usual procedure when the SEC finish like investigating with you, they just don't say anything because they don't want to like kind of close that door so they don't make it so final. But for Ethereum, they did that. So they did actually still give them a certain level of a free pass. But Ethereum, like Consensus, who run Ethereum, have said, yeah, we're still going to, sue you guys because we want just full clarity. We don't want it to be a thing where, you're going to come and sue us a bit later on for like staking, etc. So, we want full clarity now. So that's not surprising in regards to seeing that. But Hedera is the next in the pack. And I've always said this, over time, long term, not saying it's going to happen like this bull cycle, etc. But I think over time, I think Hedera could overtake Ethereum. I think that's very possible because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it with Ethereum, we all know what it's like as a chain. Yes, it's very expensive. It's slow. It can't really scale that well. A lot of things that Hedera can do, to be honest with you. So long term, I do see, this continuing to, see Hedera expand and then long term taking over Ethereum. So, if you ever needed any kind of proof in terms of Hedera doing well as a network and the potential sustainability of it, look no further than this, because this is showing you like, look at what they said. It's got more than BNB, Base and Solana combined. We're not talking individually, we're talking combined. That really is saying a lot. And this is why, when people keep talking about the Solana thing with the price, look man, like this is why I say, like, you can't always just judge something by price. It's not the best way to do this. Like, I've heard a lot of news about Solana having like outages and stuff like that, going down, having problems, you know, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want it to seem like I'm slagging Solana off. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Like, I've heard that Solana does have a lot of issues. And so, you know, even though it's having this mad price run, like it's having, you know, it's having problems. Whereas you've got Hedera here, which, you know, I can only think of one issue that Hedera had, and that was with the hack that happened in like, geez, like it's got to be like 2020, early 2023, I believe, I think. And so, you know, that's the one thing that I heard happened, and that got resolved very quickly, and there's been no issues ever since. So, you know, like, this kind of tells you where it's going, right? You can kind of see already. And yeah, like, when it comes to this, like, the more developers you've got on your network, the more chance you've got of it being a success, because you've got more people giving different ideas and different use cases for the network, right? I've said this before, like, all it takes is one real great idea, a real great use case to really take off, and then that could be, you know, huge volume and value coming to that network. So, you know, the fact that they're saying Hedera has got so much more developers than these other networks, yeah, that's way more opportunity for Hedera to completely, you know, outshine these other networks. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you this, guys, because to me this does show a lot in terms of like longevity for the network, and that's what I think this tells you, guys. I think this should show you that when it comes to Hedera, it's looking like they've got a promising future, because right now they're only second to Ethereum, and Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency in the world, right? It's the second biggest cryptocurrency in the whole industry, in the space. So that's really a great metric to see, to be honest with you. And as I've said, for me, I think that could be a thing over time where it changes to them surpassing them. So, you know, if you ever needed some, you know, reassurance that it's looking like, you know, Hedera is going to be here for the long haul, this should be something that should give you that kind of confidence. But what do you guys think? Hedera outshining BNB, Base, and Solana? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.